Hi everyone, I am going to talk about the most commonly used exercise. The exercises are four: narrative, descriptive, expository, and persuasive or argumentative exercise. Narrative exercise. In the narrative exercise, the writer tells a story about the real life experience or from certain point of view, always carrying a sequence of events which describe the experience. This type of site may include sufficient detail so the story is canonized and as real as possible. Not all stories are written in the voice of the writer. You can easily write a narrative in the voice of a fictional character or historical figure. Narrative sites are an ideal place to apply the 5W question: who, what, where, when, and why, because narrative sites are often a personal story or at least ideas present using the first person. Descriptive essay. The descriptive essay have text which describe traits and characteristics of people, objects, events, feelings, actions in intricate detail. Whatever is being described will be thoroughly examined. For example, if you are describing some object, you have to explain where they come from, what they look like, what color they are, or how they grow and smell. When you write a descriptive essay, you want to involve the reader's senses and emotions. Expository essay. The expository essay is an informative piece of writing that presents a balanced analysis of a topic. In expository essay, the writer explains or defines as a topic using facts, statistics, and examples. Expository writing are based on several essays, such as a comparison essay, contrast essay, and cause and effect essay. Due to expository essays are based on facts and no personal feelings, writing don't reveal their emotion or why in the first person. Persuasive or argumentative essay. If you have to persuade your reader about something, your essay becomes a persuasive one. With this type of writing, you will need to not only to prove your point, but also have to persuade your opposition that your viewpoint is logical and well-founded, and thus better. In this case, you are no longer merely showing what you know. You are convincing your reader that you are correct in your viewpoint. In order to write this type of essay, it's important to prepare in advance the argument and make a kind of debate. Now I am going to give an example of narrative exercise. Problems in society in our times. Since in my childhood I grew up in a small, distant and lofty town, I always been lonely, and I want to look for explanation for all problems that I saw. I had always asked myself, if I open my eyes and I wake up somewhere else, what things would change? As I was growing, I saw that I have to help to improve problems in education that I received. Change the perspective of the future that I seemed each time to be more simplistic, yet the nature with which I live. It is to play for Greek scientists and no one respect the deeds of others. When I was 17 years old, I decided to go into city and observe what my parents always say. This town has small problems, but the city accent as I grow in the field. I went to university to study engineering agribusiness, and studying I discovered not only ethical problems with the food production and pollution, but also conflict interned to the privacy generated by the widespread of computer usage and what has to do with domains such as privacy. In contrast, a student had to teach others the advance in technology should take on the bright side and not forget objects that bring just long-term problems. The beauty of our society is to see how people progress and families grow together. Field discovery were made to support the development of society and help to development of society. But now discovery weren't help to develop of society. Culture has little respect for the environment, pollution without considering the consequence. A good education based on respect for others and the world we live in will help greatly to progress. This education must be based on ethical, and so each person will act as a thinking their action might affect others. Years after returning to my town to develop my knowledge of engineering in the place where I grew up, I help young people who suffer from the same problem that I face. Helping young people who suffer from the same problem which I face, I taught young people about ethics and about how the resources our Mother Earth provides are not infinite. I taught them how to use new technologies to keep investigation the natures and to making people not become more simplistic in spite of the development. Remember, each people should take up the spirit of research with one we are all born.